Alright, Justice Society of Superheroes 14. This is the penultimate issue I got of the series before dropping it. I thought I'd do these 2 issues and explain why I dumped the book before I get on to looking at that Bill Swindletime run that comes later in the series. It's like I am thinking ahead or something. This is issue 14, and this cover is fine. It is not necessarily a good representation of the story or the contents, but it's fine. We have Captain Steel, Flask Girl, and Black Panther 2. I'm not even sure if all these characters have dialogue in this issue. Every issue of this run, it had 2 covers, one by the book's regular artist like this, and then one by your favourite artist, Alec Rose, and most of them were just poster covers of individual members, sometimes ones that were not even in the issue. I always got these covers, although I did get one Alec Rose cover. I didn't like Alec Rose. I know he is your favourite artist, but he is not my favourite artist by a long shot. In keeping with my common criticism of the book having too many characters, we start off with one of my favourite ones, and then he's not really in the issue anymore after this first scene. It is Sandman, Sandy Hawkins, the second Sandman. 14 issues into the run, and he has barely appeared in the previous 13. I think he was in the background of the first issue, and then on the cover to another one that he wasn't even in. So now we have a scene with him, and he has developed new powers. When he sleeps, he experiences other people's dreams and nightmares, and it plagues him. And as such, he has given up sleeping. We have a good scene with him and Supergirl that reaffirms that Sandman, he is a character who should not have been pushed aside in favour of Judo Woman or a bunch of gubbins from Tragic Kingdom. Speaking of gubbins from Tragic Kingdom, well, here is some gubbins from Tragic Kingdom. This is the baddie from Tragic Kingdom. Let's call him... literally, let's call him Gubbins. Yeah, this is why I dropped the book. I didn't mind touching on Tragic Kingdom stuff. And even the thing with, they brought in Superman from Tragic Kingdom and had him join the team. That I can actually find some patience for. And the realistic expectation is that if you have Superman from Tragic Kingdom on the team, you are obviously going to, at some point, touch on something else from Tragic Kingdom, or have a story with Superman encountering, say, the bad guy from Tragic Kingdom, Gubbins. That all makes sense, and if the series was done with the Tragic Kingdom stuff after these 2 issues where they fight Gubbins, I probably would not have dropped it as quickly. Instead, what happens is, after this 2-parter, the book, it embarks on like a 20-issue long story arc, complete with one-shot tie-ins, based entirely on just Tragic Kingdom bollocks. Nothing else. Tragic Kingdom has fuck all to do with the Justice Society of Superheroes. Barely even half of the characters were in that story. And the book, it just goes on a fucking tangent, paying lip service to this shitty, overrated story, and having even more characters from Tragic Kingdom show up and join the already overcrowded team. Here, Gubbins, he is fighting Drax from the Infinity People. Gubbins, he is a god killer. He goes around and kills false gods or people proclaiming to be gods. This story, it would be fine if, like I said, after this two-parter, it was just done with the Tragic Kingdom stuff. Having them fight Gubbins, I've no problem with that, really. And actually, there are some really good bits where they fight Gubbins later on. But DC need to get our Tragic Kingdom. Seriously, it is pathetic. In the 15 years since that story, every year, without fail, they put out a comic that tries to push characters or teams towards their state in Tragic Kingdom. Fucking get over it. It is shit. Even if you like it, rehashing or repeating shite from it, it is the creative nadir. And this whole scene here, with him fighting Drax, it is very far removed from the actual stars of the book. Speaking of, here is our ridiculously over-bloated cast. I counted and there is 25 members shown here. And with that in mind, Sandman is not there, so there's actually 26 members. The Pratt, he isn't there either, so that is 27. And I'm also not counting the Owl, so that's 28. Too many characters, and you have so much fucking dead wood. Here, all these characters are fighting for page time and a chance to have the smallest offerings of dialogue to suggest some character work. Some of it is alright, like the stuff with Black Panther here is quite nice. And I really like Starman's design, one of the better Alec Rose redesigns. His cover, that was just him, that was good. If you didn't know, Starman here, this is actually Neutron from the League of a Superman. They brought him back in time and had him join the Justice Society of Superheroes as Starman. Problem is, like all of the characters, he doesn't really get to do much of anything in the run. Eventually, Gubbins just teleports in and he has defeated Sandman off panel. They could have shown us that and used one of these multitudes of characters, but no, we just have Gubbins teleport into the plot like this. Also, I forgot the monkey. One of the little girls has a pet monkey. So that's 29 members now. Big fight now with all these teammates and Gubbins, and due to the volume of heroes, there's little coordination, and we didn't get an opportunity to see most of them do anything. Here, for example, Minuteman and Captain Mid-Nite, they are quickly knocked out by Gubbins. Them two are Halcyon members of the team. And that is what they get to bring to this book with far too many characters. So the team, they all pile on. And I am not joking when I say this was honestly this team's main battle tactic. Whenever they fought someone, their first strategy was, let's just all pile on. So the battle, it ends up going outside. And look, there's that exact scene from the cover. I criticised the cover, but at least it is something that happens in the issue. And then we have Stephen Hawkman, he's fighting Gubbins, he gets a whole 3 panels, and that would be short-changing a character in any other book. But it is the opposite here, it's very welcome. The ending teases the best thing about the next issue, which is Green Lanterns and Obsidian Man. They get to have a proper fight scene with Gubbins, and that stuff is good. Also, Green Lanterns, he is now using the armour and the sword construct straight from Tragic Kingdom. Is it any wonder I dropped this book? It is beyond frustrating. For every good thing it does, and it does do some good things, for every good thing it does, it then just bangs its head against the wall over and over again. This book can be good. This book has the potential to be good. But it is so overstuffed, and it becomes so monotonous with the tragic kingdom worship. I didn't recommend it. 7 thumbs up. No ball games.